Stop breaking your back-turning compost for months. There's a smarter way to turn your fall leaves into rich, black gold soil, without a single shovel, pitchfork, or sore muscle. Most compost piles take 6 to 12 months to break down. You're supposed to turn them every week, shovel heavy, wet material, and wait all year for a few wheelbarrows of finished compost. Meanwhile, every fall, your yard fills up with dry leaves. You bag them up, send them to the landfill, or let them sit in a pile that turns to dust, not soil. It's wasted potential and wasted effort. Last fall, I had 20 bags of dry leaves. I didn't have the time or energy to turn a pile. My neighbor, who's in her 70s, poured a homemade liquid over her leaves. 10 days later, she had black, crumbly compost. No turning, no work. I tried it myself. It worked. I built a yard of rich soil for free, while sitting on my porch with coffee, watching the birds. This is the fast compost accelerator method. It uses a high nitrogen liquid to jumpstart the microbes that break down leaves. No turning, no waiting, no back pain. Today, I'll give you the exact recipe, the layering and moisture tricks, and the sifting method for perfect garden soil in just 10 days. Secret number 3 is the household liquid that triples the speed. Plus, I'll show you the sifting trick for fluffy, seed-ready compost. If you want free, easy compost with zero labor, subscribe now. Let's talk about why this matters, especially if you're over 45 and want to garden smarter, not harder. Composting is the best way to build soil, but traditional piles are hard work. Turning piles is tough on the back, especially for seniors. Most people let leaves rot slowly or send them to the landfill. Store-bought compost costs $5 to $10 a bag, hundreds per year if you want to build real soil. But free leaves mean free soil, if you know the trick. Compost companies want you to think it takes months and special bins. But microbes only need nitrogen, moisture, and air, not fancy equipment. The missing link is a high nitrogen accelerator that gets the pile hot and active, fast. What makes this method different? No turning, no shoveling, no special bin. It works with any pile of leaves, even in bags. 10 days to black gold compost. Uses kitchen and household liquids you already have. Perfect for anyone with limited mobility, time, or energy. Here's what you'll learn. The exact high nitrogen liquid recipe. How to layer for heat and moisture. How to check for perfect compost without digging. Sifting for final use. And at the end, I'll show you my neighbor's before and after results. Let's start with the magic. The high nitrogen liquid accelerator recipe. Leaves are carbon-rich, what composters call browns. Microbes need nitrogen, greens, to break them down. Most piles fail because they're too dry and lack nitrogen. The accelerator is instant food for microbes. Here's the recipe. 1 gallon of warm water, 1 cup of household ammonia, or 2 cups of urine, or 2 cups of high nitrogen fertilizer, if you prefer. Half a cup of unsulfured molasses, or white sugar. This is microbe food. Half a cup of liquid dish soap, biodegradable, not antibacterial. Optional. 1 cup of beer. Yeast adds even more microbial diversity. Mix well. Why does it work? Ammonia or urine is pure nitrogen. Microbes multiply fast. Molasses or sugar gives them energy. Soap breaks surface tension, helping the liquids soak in. Beer adds yeast, which brings in more types of microbes. How to use it. Pour the mixture over 3 to 4 bags worth of leaves, about 1 cubic yard. For bigger piles, double or triple the recipe. Repeat every 3 to 4 days for 10 days. I was skeptical the first time. I poured this over my leaf pile, checked after 3 days, and the pile was hot, steaming even in cool weather. By day 10, I had black, crumbly compost. No turning, no smell, no work. Common mistakes. Don't use antibacterial soap. It kills the very microbes you want. Don't skimp on nitrogen. If the pile stays dry, it won't heat up. If it's too dry, add more water. Cost. Ammonia is $1 to $2 a bottle. Molasses is $2 and lasts all season. Soap is pennies. Beer is optional. Use leftovers. Now, let's talk about layering for heat retention. How you stack your leaves makes all the difference. Microbes need heat to work fast. Ideally, 120 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. The pile must trap heat and moisture. Layering creates a mini greenhouse effect. Here's how. Pile your leaves in a heap or bin. 3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet is ideal. Alternate layers. 6 inches of dry leaves, then pour some accelerator. Add a thin layer of green material, grass clippings or veggie scraps, if you have them. Repeat. Leaves, accelerator, greens, until the pile is 3 feet high. Top with 2 to 3 inches of finished compost or garden soil. This adds more microbes. Cover the pile with a tarp, old carpet or plastic to trap heat and moisture. Why does this work? The accelerator soaks each layer, not just the top. Greens add extra nitrogen. Soil or compost on top inoculates the pile with more microbes. The cover keeps the pile hot and moist, even in cold weather. My neighbor's pile was steaming in November, while mine was cold. He layered and covered. I just dumped leaves. I switched to his method. My pile finished in 10 days. Common mistakes. Pile too small won't heat up. No cover means moisture escapes and the pile dries out. Only pouring accelerator on top leaves the bottom dry. Cost? Free if you have a tarp or old carpet. Use cardboard as a cover in a pinch. Now, let's talk about moisture management. The squeeze test. Microbes need moisture to work. Too dry, and the pile stalls. Too wet, and it goes anaerobic and smells bad. Here's the test. Grab a handful of leaves from the pile. Squeeze hard. If water drips out, it's too wet. Add dry leaves. If it falls apart and feels dry, it's too dry. Add water or more accelerator. Perfect is like a wrung-out sponge. Holds shape. No dripping. Check every 2 to 3 days. Add water or accelerator as needed. If the pile cools off, add more nitrogen, ammonia, urine, or greens. The first time I tried this, my pile stalled after 5 days. It was too dry. My neighbor showed me the squeeze test. I added 2 gallons of water and more accelerator. The pile heated up again overnight. Common mistakes. Ignoring moisture. Pile never finishes. Overwatering. Pile smells and attracts flies. Not checking after rain. Can get waterlogged. Cost? Free. Just water and attention. Now, the best part. The no-turn, sit-and-sip method. Traditional composting means turning the pile every week. That's hard work. The no-turn method lets microbes and heat do the work. Perfect for seniors or anyone with back or joint issues. Build your pile as above. Layered, accelerator, covered. Do not turn or mix. Let it sit for 10 days. Check the temperature by putting your hand on the pile. It should feel warm or hot. If the pile cools before 10 days, add more accelerator and cover again. Why does it work? The accelerator and layering create hot spots throughout the pile. Heat rises, moisture circulates, and microbes multiply rapidly, breaking down leaves fast. No need to aerate. The soap in the accelerator helps air penetrate. I used to dread turning compost. My back couldn't take it. Now I pour, layer, cover, and sit on the porch with coffee. 10 days later, I have black gold. No pain, no sweat. Common mistakes. Turning the pile lets heat escape and slows the process. Uncovering too often loses moisture and heat. Not checking temperature. Should always feel warm. Cost, 0 labor, 0 equipment. Now, how to get perfect, fluffy compost for your garden beds. Sifting for final use. Finished compost should be black, crumbly, and smell earthy. Sifting removes sticks, clumps, and unfinished bits. Fluffy compost is better for seed starting and as a soil amendment. After 10 days, uncover the pile and let it cool for a day or two to finish breaking down. Use a homemade sifter, an old window screen, hardware cloth, or a mesh basket. Scoop compost onto the sifter and shake over a wheelbarrow or tarp. Collect the fine compost for garden beds, pots, and seed starting. Return the large bits to the next pile. The first time, I skipped sifting. I ended up with big clumps and sticks in my seed trays. My neighbor showed me his sifter. His compost was like chocolate cake. Now I sift every batch. My plants love it. Common mistakes. Using unsifted compost for seed starting. Poor germination. Throwing out large bits. Reuse them in the next pile. Not letting the pile cool before sifting. Hot compost can burn roots. Cost, free if you use old screen or mesh. Hardware cloth is $5 to $10 for a lifetime supply. Let's review the 10-day no-turn compost system. Secret number 1. High nitrogen liquid accelerator. 1 gallon water, 1 cup ammonia, or 2 cups urine. Half a cup molasses or sugar. Half a cup dish soap. 1 cup beer. Optional. Pour over leaves every 3 to 4 days. Secret number 2. Layering for heat. 6 inches leaves, pour accelerator, add greens if available. Repeat. Top with soil or compost, cover with tarp. Secret number 3. Moisture management. Squeeze test for perfect dampness. Add water or dry leaves as needed. Secret number 4. No-turn method. Build, pour, cover, and sit. No turning, no shoveling, no back pain. Secret number 5. Sifting for final use. Let pile cool. Sift with screen. Use fine compost in beds and pots. Return big bits to next pile. Cost $3 to $5 for a season's worth of accelerator. Free leaves, free labor. Let microbes do the work. Benefits: black gold compost in 10 days. No turning, no heavy lifting. Free soil for garden beds, pots, and seed starting. No store-bought compost needed. Perfect for seniors or anyone with limited time or mobility. Picture this. It's October. Your yard is covered in dry leaves. Instead of bagging them for the landfill, you pile them up, pour your homemade accelerator, and cover with a tarp. You sit on your porch with coffee, watching the birds. 10 days later, you uncover the pile. It's steaming. You scoop out black, crumbly compost. You sift it, fill your garden beds, and start seeds for next spring. You didn't turn a single pile. You didn't break your back. You built a yard of rich soil for free. Your neighbor sees your garden and asks what expensive compost you bought. You smile and say, "Just leaves and a little kitchen magic." Next year, she's doing it too. That's the power of smart, lazy gardening. If this just saved you from months of turning compost and showed you how to build soil for free, hit that like button. That thumbs up helps YouTube show this to more gardeners who want easy, back-friendly solutions. I want to hear from you. What's your biggest composting challenge? Slow piles? Not enough space? Back pain? Tell me in the comments. Have you tried a compost accelerator before? What happened? Or are you going to try this recipe? What do you want to grow in your new compost? Vegetables, flowers, something else? Share your plans. Every comment helps more people discover this secret. I'll give you specific advice for your garden and your climate. If you're tired of hard work and want smarter, easier gardening, subscribe right now. This channel is kitchen gold to garden gold. Free soil, no labor, smart, lazy gardening that actually works. Next week, the $1 kitchen ingredient that makes clay soil loose and fluffy. No digging required. Soil transformation for every gardener. Subscribe. Free download. Compost accelerator. Recipe card and layering guide. Description below. Thank you for 10 minutes. Thank you for wanting easier, smarter gardening that gives you more with less work. Remember, 1 gallon water, 1 cup ammonia, or 2 cups urine, half a cup molasses or sugar, half a cup dish soap, 1 cup beer, optional. Pour, layer, cover, and sit. 10 days to black gold compost. No turning, no pain. Free soil forever. That's the smart, lazy compost revolution. Happy gardening the easy, back-saving, soil-building way.